I never believed in magic. I used to laugh whenever someone talked about witchcraft or curses. I thought it was all fear, superstition, weakness, until I entered that house. After my uncle died, I inherited an old house in a remote village. It was strangely cheap, large, built from black stone, too quiet. The villagers watched us silently as my wife and I moved in. No greetings, no warnings, just eyes, following us. That first night I noticed something wrong. The silence was heavy, no dogs barking, no insects, no wind. At exactly midnight I heard a soft scratching sound, like fingernails dragging slowly across the wall. I told myself, rats. Old houses have rats. But the sound was rhythmic, intentional, as if it knew I was listening. In the morning I found my wife sitting on the floor, staring at the wall. Her face was pale, her eyes red, as if she hadn't slept. "There was someone standing here all night," she whispered. "He kept calling my name." I laughed, a stupid, nervous laugh, and changed the subject. 3 days later, the smell began. Rotten meat. It came and went, always at sunset. In one corner of the house, I noticed a broken tile. Something was buried underneath. We dug. What we found still visits me in my nightmares. A black cloth tied with a red string. Inside it were human hair, fingernails, small bones, a paper with names written on it. One of those names was my wife's. She screamed, then collapsed. That night, madness truly began. I woke up to laughter, a woman's laughter, but broken, twisted, like it came from a mouth that had forgotten how to laugh. The room was dark, yet I could see a tall shadow in the corner. I tried to move. I couldn't. My body was frozen. The shadow stepped closer. A voice whispered, "This house is ours. Whoever enters never leaves." It stretched out its hand. The arm was too long. The fingers were too many. I tried to scream. Then suddenly, the call to dawn prayer echoed faintly from far away. Everything vanished. The next morning I went to an old sheikh in a neighboring village. When I told him the name of the house, his face changed. "That is the house of a sorcerer," he said. "He died 20 years ago, but his magic didn't." I asked him, "What do I do?" He stared at me and replied, "Either fill the house with God's words or leave it. That house cannot be lived in without remembrance." I rushed back home, but it was already too late. I found my wife in the kitchen. She was whispering, laughing, talking to someone who wasn't there. She turned to me and said in a voice that wasn't hers, "Why are you late?" "They're angry with you." I stepped closer. Her eyes were completely black. I fell to my knees and began reciting verses with a trembling voice. The house shook. The walls screamed. The laughter returned. Louder. Closer. Then, nothing. I woke up in a hospital. They told me I was found alone in the house, screaming and hitting the walls. My wife? They never found her. The house? Burned to the ground. But the strangest part, the black cloth, was found under my hospital pillow, and inside it, a new paper with my name written on it.